Madden football is the home of Super Bowl 56, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Buccaneers and the Broncos, and it's coming up next.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Denver Broncos taking on the champions from the NFC, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of the Super Bowl will begin at the 25. Brady now on first down. And incomplete to open things up.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up third and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
So he stopped for no gain, and it'll be fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. To throw once more on second and 10. Bridgewater toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a third and 10. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on fourth down here. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's first and 10 at the 41. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Broncos. Tim Patrick with a first touchdown of this Super Bowl, and a long one at that. And the Broncos are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up first and 10. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. Bernard churning, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Now a throw in the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Flushed out right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Steps away. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton there to make the grab. And the Broncos continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 14-0. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And Brady and the Buccaneers here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Brady. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Again for Evans. This time he's got him. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now Brady. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
He finds his target. It's Evans. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. So offsides the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out, but all the game meant...
into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble.
And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy there to make the grab. And the Broncos are feeling good as they extend their lead in this Super Bowl. Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now 21-0. Now they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. The second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself and maybe to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
If he doesn't, this is getting out of hand or could get worse. Throwing on first down is Brady. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Brady looking downfield for Godwin. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, Bridgewater out to his left. He's going to look deep for his running back, Gordon. He's got a man, complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Melvin Gordon, 67 yards. And the Broncos are starting to open things up here in the Super Bowl. McManus now for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. Hit as he throws, and the ball is out. It's a live football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him down at the 1-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of the quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Teddy Bridgewater as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos are starting to pour it on in the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. McManus's point after is good. And that makes this 35-0 now. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So we've come upon halftime in the big one. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. These 2 teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in the Super Bowl. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Bridgewater on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 here in the 3rd quarter of Super Bowl 56. Dancing to his left. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
This will be caught. Judy. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A huge play there for Denver. So 1st and 10. And if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And that nearly their first pick of the game. But it falls down to the ground incomplete. Looking for the end zone. And that would get a wide up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. To the air again with Bridgewater. Rolling to his left. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good, and it is 42-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Returning it, here's Spencer. Back now here on EA Sports. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They run it here with Gordon. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Vic Fangio, an old-school coach, but he's going to go for it here on 4th. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 17-yard line.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. Little insult to injury here late in the game. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
One final try now for Brady. He's going to let it fly. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. And the Lombardi Trophy goes west. And it goes to the Denver Broncos, your Super Bowl champs.